Welcome, beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures. Today I'm going to talk about which oracles and tarot decks that I use the most in my readings. And the reason for that is that I always try to tell you which are the oracles and tarots that I'm using, but this doesn't happen all the time. So I decided to make a video instead of listing everything. And in every video, I will add a link for this video for you to see which are the oracles that I'm using, okay? So let's start with one of my very favorite authors, and also she's a beautiful soul. If you do not know her channel, check it because it's totally worth it. She has a YouTube channel and an Etsy shop as well. The Lightworker Taro and Oracle. She is amazing, huh? I'm gonna start with this one because these two are the first ones that I got and they are amazing. We have the Illumination Oracles, so it's like this. And this is a really good deck for, I don't like the term 3D and 5D because, both are here. It's a consciousness level. But this is about things that are manifested in the physical, huh? And we have here missing you, fear, taking a risk, like loyalty, passion, romance, karma, and lessons. It's a really beautiful deck if you need clarity. You can use it for yourself as well or for doing readings. Do it for what resonates with you. It's a really good deck. I am very happy and I use it almost in every reading pretty much. And then we have here the Romantic Journey Oracles, and I love this deck. And this deck speaks more to the soul, what's like under, like what's not being spoken, let's say it, and what the spirit want you to know in a very profound sense. I love this deck as well. Has many different messages. It really tells you about what's happening beneath the surface, so to speak. And then we have here, I love this deck. This deck is one of my favorites. I use it every day. It's really beautiful. I use it for myself if I need clarity, and I use it for the readings as well. Or if someone needs an advice or, to get more clarity about something. And this deck has been proven to be magical. I love it. Everyone loves it. This one really speaks to your soul. It really tells you these things that it's very profound. I love it. It has beautiful messages. Like we have your symptoms, emotional, physical, or mental stimulus has caused a reaction. Note its positive or negative impacts. I use this deck almost in every reading, so you can check it. Look, we have here liberation, break the chains of addiction, restriction, or other impediments. It begins with freedom of choice. I love it. I really love this deck. Like if you're feeling disconnected, or if you need enlightenment, or if you need confirmation, this deck it's beautiful. It's I don't even have words. I really love this deck. Like the first time I saw her using this deck, I knew immediately I must have this deck. It spoke to my soul, and I'm almost certain that speaks to everyone's soul. And then we have here, this is really beautiful, it's messages from the heart. And it has messages. It's also about it does not tell you only about what is hidden on a soul level, but as well what's happening. I like this deck very much. I'm afraid of losing you. I know I hurt you. Please forgive me. You are all I desire. This situation is messy. I'm working through issues with my family. I will wait for you as long as I have to. So it's very romantic, but it's also very, it's straight to the point. It gives you clarity when you need it. I love this deck. So it has different messages. You can also see on her channel, she also uses it. All of the decks are used there. And I use it quite a lot also in my channel. So these are the decks from the Lightworker, Tarot, and Oracle. So check her YouTube channel and Etsy shop. She is amazing. Beautiful soul. An angel on earth, huh? And then I'm going to show you. Let me just put them away so I have space. to show you other oracles that I am using. Okay. So one that I use almost in every reading is the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is, I really like this author. She's Colette Baron Reed. I have a few decks from her. I have also the Animals deck. I do not have it here, but it's also a very good deck. And this deck is amazing to check the overall energies about what's happening, what the influences, the strongest energies. I love it. And I mean, if you see my channel, you see that I use this deck almost all the time. It's amazing, it's beautiful. I really love it, and I definitely recommend this deck as well. And then for the same author, I have it here. So I mentioned I have the Animals as well. And this is a beautiful magical deck. For me, this is very, very sacred deck. I don't use it often in the channel. Look, this is messages from spirit, like literally postcards from heaven. And I use it with myself as well, with other people, and in private readings. And it's like so far what I experienced with this deck is like a message that goes straight to the heart. Because it's so profound. I have there I think a pick-up pile with this deck, so you can see it in more detail. It's beautiful, it's magical. And you know, you don't need to be a reader to acquire this deck, because we all have spirit guides and angels protecting us, and sometimes we are confused or we're not listening. We are not sure about what is the message. And that deck really shows you that. It's really beautiful. I'm gonna just take them all here to show you because it's easier. No, before I show you this one, I want to show you, because there are other two that are very similar. I use them in the same way, more or less, that I use the Wisdom of the Oracle. And those would be, let me check. So these two decks, the Quantum Oracle, I will show you. I'm also using it quite a lot lately. So here it is, the Quantum Oracle and the spell casting deck. So the Quantum Oracle is also like, it talks about the energies, you know, like the strongest energies around. This is how I use it, but you can use it as it fits to you. And you know, like it talks about different energies in the realm of a cycle, spirit, consciousness, energy, events, and it's very, very helpful. I really love this deck. It's really beautiful. So I use it almost in the same way that I use the Wisdom of the Oracle. You can see it in my channel because I use it quite a lot, this one as well. And the spell casting is also like the strongest energies. It's a little bit more mystical, more esoteric, and it's really beautiful cards. Look at this. You know, and with this type of artwork, sometimes it's, for me, it's not only about what's written there, it's also about the drawing, you know, the image, the colors in the image. What does it tell me? You can also see it in my channel because I also use it quite a lot and I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. And now I'm going to show you, like, this is one of my favorites. It's from Diana Cooper. She also has a YouTube channel and she's a magical being. Like, check her YouTube channel if you do not know her. She has lots of books and decks, and it's beautiful. Like, it just puts a smile on my face because when I connect with these energies, it's just really, really beautiful. Let me see here. And you've seen I have many readings with the dragons. And you will see this deck. I just love it. It's magical, it's beautiful. And you know, like, we all have a guardian angel, at least one, that is like, let's say, assigned to us when we are reincarnating here on Earth. But we also have a dragon, huh? And it's beautiful. If you want to connect with your dragon, it's the messages are magical. They are really, really magical. They are really beautiful. I can only recommend this beautiful deck. I really, really love it. I mean, I recommend all the decks that I'm talking about because obviously I love them and I use them. Now I'm gonna show you. I have two from Kylie Gray. And I mean, if you don't know Kylie Gray, check his Instagram account, check, he has books, he has decks as well in them. He has an amazing energy, so if you do not know him, check and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you do know him, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like an angel on earth as well. And I love his deck. So this is the Keepers of the Light deck. I use it quite a lot. So we have here Ascended Masters and Archangels, and the messages are also very beautiful, and artwork is amazing as well. So sometimes even it's one of the decks that for me it's not only about the message here and obviously about the Archangel or the Ascended Master represented, but it's also about the colors and the images. What are they trying to tell you? I love it. And this one is beautiful. The angel prayers is like, I use it mostly like what I'm not being thankful for, what do I need to be thankful for, and it's beautiful. It's a really, really beautiful deck as well. I don't use this as often as the others, but it's definitely a beautiful deck. Okay, I'm running out of space here. Let me just put them back so I can continue showing you just a few more. Look, the Whispers of Love, I love it. It's look how beautiful this is. You know, has really beautiful messages. The artwork is amazing. Look at this deck, it's like magical. I love it. So you've seen me using this a few times. It's a really, really beautiful deck. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you the Journey of Love, and so it's the same author. So let me see. Where are the books? Okay. So these are both from Alana Fairchild. And this also is together with Richard Cohn. And these decks are amazing. Look at the beauty of these images. Look. You know, and this is also one of the decks that I read also the colors and the images that I'm seeing. It's beautiful. I also don't use it as often because the messages here are profound, you know, like they enter your soul, and it comes with a description, and in the end of every description has a poem. And the poems, I mean, if you have this deck and if you pull a card for yourself and then you go and you read it and you're like, oh my God, it's like reading your soul. It's beautiful. It's magical. It's really, really, really magical deck. And then this one is new, so you have not seen me using it yet at this time I'm recording this video. I am already in love with this deck. I got it yesterday, and you know, every time I got a deck, I take a card for me, and it was magical. So I took a card for me, then I actually look at the card like, oh my God, and I read the book. You know, usually I read the cards intuitively. I don't read the book, but when the deck is new, I like to check it. And the message just really spoke to my soul. So really beautiful. Like this author, she also has a YouTube channel. She's amazing. She's really like magical. I love her decks. It's whoa. And this is like the Sacred Rebel. And I love the name, Sacred Rebel. Like, it's like the spiritual rock star. I love it. And then we have here, I have here from Rebecca Campbell, I have two. This one I don't have it here at the moment with me, but you also have seen me using this, the Starseed Oracle. It's amazing. And Work Your Light Oracle. So this is very good and very helpful for light workers and star seeds, or if you want to know your origin, or if you want to, you know, what's happening with my soul, like on a soul level. It's beautiful. This one here is Work Your Light. And this one I don't have it here at the moment. Look, and this also is like sometimes more than what's written here. I read the cards and the colors and the images. And it's beautiful, like it's full of magic. You know, sometimes when I'm doing the private readings, the people tell me, the feedback that I often have is like the cards, you know, like they are so magical, they resonate so much with the people, you know, because of the colors, because of the messages, and it like, you know, makes everything lighter, so to speak. Let me see. Okay, so I'll put them back here. So just a few more that I'm gonna show you that I really love. And okay, first this one, the Beyond Lemuria. Beyond Lemuria is, I don't have words, is one of my very favorite decks. You probably by now are like, but every deck is your favorite. Yes. Look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful, look. And you know, this deck is really, really beautiful, and it really speaks to someone's soul. As well, when I'm using it, I'm more than reading just the number and the word, I read the card. And it's almost like a window to someone's soul or to your own soul. It's beautiful. It's from Easy Ivy, and I love it. It's also very good if you want to know your soul origin or what's happening with you on a soul level. This deck is very, very good. And then we have here the Hidden Worlds, the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds from Lucy Cavendish. And oh my god, this deck is beautiful. You've probably seen me using it because I'm using it quite a lot, especially in the Starseed readings. And you know, I love it because you have two different formats and the images are beautiful. The messages written here are also very beautiful, very, very powerful, very accurate. I love it. I really love this deck. And now let me see. A few more that I would like to show you. The Oracle of Visions, I do not have it here at the moment with me. I love this deck because the cards is only image and has numbers, and I really love it, you know, to channel the message, to understand what Spirit is trying to tell me. I love this deck, and you can see it. I have used it in other readings, and it's a really, really, really beautiful deck by Ciro Marchetti. I love this artist. He has beautiful, beautiful decks. Like I have here two more from the same. This would be the forgot the name. The Gilded. Wait, just give me a second. I'm gonna check it. Okay, so we have the Keeper deck. That one I remember. I didn't remember this one. The Lenormand, yeah, exactly. So the Lenormand deck here and the Keeper deck here. And it's really beautiful because, you know, this artist, he has really... I love the way he... I love his artistic skills. It's really beautiful. And this one here is the Keeper deck, also by the same artist. And you know, like you have these decks, the Keeper and the Lenormand, you have from other artists because those are quite old decks. But the ones that I have are from Ciro Marchetti, and I love them. And now we are almost finishing. Let me just see which other decks I want to show you. So I need to make some space. So this deck here, I absolutely love it. This is the Shamans Oracle. Let me show you. And you know, like for me, I use it, and you've seen it in the readings. It's almost about which spirit guides are with you at this time. What do they want you to know? What are they helping you with? And this deck is divided with ancestors, shamans, spirit, and hunters, and dancers as well. And it's amazing. I love this deck. I really love it. So I have this one also with messages. This deck is not for sale. It's a creation of my own, and I use it quite a lot. And this is mostly with love messages from Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. And now I have the dark mirror, and you know, like this sounds a bit like scary almost, but it's really beautiful to understand which shadow aspects do you need to work, or when you're doing readings to someone, what are the shadow aspects that they need to work on. It's also a very, very beautiful deck. So here it is, if you'd like to know it. Okay, two more. Now I'm gonna just show you two tarots that I use and I really love them. So here we have the Wizard's Taro. The Wizard's Taro. Look how beautiful. It comes in a very fancy box. At least this one did. And look how beautiful this, it's so beautiful. I also have a tarot with dragons, but I do not have it here. Look how beautiful this is. It's magical, like you hold this and you feel the magic already. I have a pick a card and you can see the aces. So if you're interested in seeing more of this deck, you can see it there because it's really beautiful, like with the aces. And then I really love this deck here. So this is the Tarot of Dreams. Oh, sorry, just if you want to see which deck it is, it's from Barbara Moore. And we have here, and this is also from the same artist, Ciro Marchetti. So the one that I showed you, the Oracle, Visions and the Keeper, and the Lemuria deck. And he's a really amazing artist. And what I love in this tarot deck is that it has 5 extra cards that other tarot decks do not have. It's the Palace of Swords, the Palace of Wands, and the Palace of Pentacles, and the Palace of Cups. And he has the Tree of Life as well. And it's really, and he also has here the symbols of, you know, of the planets and the zodiac signs. And it's really, really helpful. And it's beautiful. Like the deck is just like magical. It's like very dreamy. Like the name really suits the deck. I love it. So let me see if there's any other deck that I'm using that I want to show you. I think for now it's all. Yes, for now I think it's already a quite long video. So these are the ones that I use the most. I hope this this clarified if you're looking for which tarots and oracles I'm using. And I will do another video also with other decks eventually at some point. So thank you for watching this video and I wish you a beautiful day.